Namaste, Sacral family. Welcome back my way on this divinely guided day. I hope you're well and rested, and so are your families too. Thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new to the space, welcome. And to my A1s who are my day ones, I love you, and the divine loves you. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for tapping into the messages. Let's get started. Divine, at this time, I ask that you continue to keep us protected during this read, all reads, and all the time. I ask that you provide us with clear and concise messages, as well as clarity, guidance, intuition, wisdom, and discernment. Any negativity, any toxicity, any evil, any witchcraft being thrown or projected at myself or the Soul Tribe family, I ask that you shield our minds, body, souls, and vessels from it, as we too shield our minds, body, souls, and vessels from it, clearing, canceling it, and releasing it back to the universe. Ashe, and thank you. All right. So, somebody could be having negative thoughts about a situation or a circumstance. All right. There could be self sabotage here, some sort of guilt or conflict with others, miscommunication and tension. Okay. You could be trying to do your best to love on yourself, calling your power back. You could be trying to stay unbothered during a circumstance or situation, and you're at peace. Okay. You're just looking onward here. Okay. Third energy. Yes, there could be a fallen angel, a Luciferian type energy, an archdemon. Okay. Spiritual warfare, stronghold. Okay. Um, and at the bottom of the deck, we have your beautiful and jealous, or you're beautiful and jealous of your, oh boy, spiritual ranking. You outrank someone spiritually. Okay. Hmm. So the negative thoughts, y'all, change the way you're thinking if this is resonating with you, because this is just going to be a general read. Okay. So only take what resonates and leave what does not. All right. But with the self sabotage, I feel like, there's a lot of witchcraft. Oh, boom, there it is. Okay. There's like a lot of, I don't know, I guess it's witchcraft. Okay. That's how you got to look at it for those of you that know what I'm speaking about. Um, and this could just be, mm, doing things, saying things to change the way you think. This is what I'm picking up on. Like somebody could have said something and it made you think something different. You know what I mean? Like communication, the way someone communicated, or did not communicate, or something that was said, or something that was overheard, may have had you in your mind like, what did that mean? Or what do you mean by that type energy? Okay, but let's go on and see what this is talking about. Yeah, sister-in-law juju, really. Okay. Hidden jealousy here. Okay, hiding things from you. Uh, wow. Doesn't really give a FAF, so doesn't really give a fuck. Okay, about you type energy. They could have been, does this say, giving uh, bad advice about you? Someone could have been giving bad advice about you. You may have a sister-in-law or something like that. They could be talking behind your back. Tell me more, Spirit. Something about open windows here. Somebody wants to come in. It says using the window as a passageway, put protection around your windows, and waiting for a chance to get inside. Boy, I tell you, they got some stuff going on in the world today, don't they, family? Jeez, that's a lot. I would never even imagine some of this stuff, but it is what it is. For those that believe in that, right? And I'm not knocking nobody's belief, but I mean, good lord. just knock on the door. You know what I mean? Like, what are they trying to send towards your windows? Lord, okay. And then a shield of protection is here. Okay. A shield of protection is here. And this shield of protection says, somebody here wanted to catch you off guard, trying to weaken your divine shield. Wants you to put down your shield or can't cause you harm. Okay, this is this energy. So I feel like you are divinely protected by the shield of armor, the shield of the Most High. Okay, but you do have energies that badmouth you or try to make things difficult for you. Possibly gossip. I'm picking up on. Okay. Yes, candle magic, which I don't know, but they do. I've heard of it. So different colors of candles. Okay, using like wax of a candle or carving your name in a candle with symbols and signs, etc. Okay, could be trying to pull out. Really, what does that have to do with it? So putting hair, oils, or blood, etc. Damn, on a candle, all because you could be loving on yourself. So they could be doing candle magic. Tell me more. Scripting magics. Okay, creative and intentional writing. Wow, writing out your desires. Okay, using ink, blood. What is the blood? What, y'all? Come on now. You mean to tell me people are really out here doing that? Shit. Why? That's crazy. Okay. So you may have people out here like really on some different shit, fam. Okay. Just take it how it resonates. But this don't resonate with me because I don't do none of this. This is crazy. And this the fact that you would even do something like that though. Like that's gross. But I don't want to talk about nobody or put you down if that's what you want. But damn, where you getting this blood from? You feel me, family? I feel like that's so not cool at all. Okay. Yes. Okay. You have access to your Akashic records. Okay. So I feel like somebody could be trying to get into your Akashic record to see what it is that you know. It could be this fallen angel, Lucifer type energy over here that is definitely trying to do all their spell work magic, okay, to keep some sort of stronghold on you or something like that. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And this is some sort of routine spell work. This is a routine spell work that is constantly sending something towards you, constant hits, okay, obsessed with hexing you, blocks and misfortunes. That is not cool. So, I feel like this is a very strong energy, but I feel like it has everything to do with your environment, okay? There are environments that really practice heavy witchcraft, I feel, okay? You may be in an environment that practices heavy witchcraft, okay? And I'm picking up on cities, states, towns, okay? The state itself may practice just witchcraft, okay? And if you're a light worker in a dark state that practices this, get out of it. All right. Yeah. Bait magic. Okay. Sending in, bait somebody they think you like or want or something like that, like bait magic. Okay. Ooh. And then this is saying, yeah, giving the evil eye. Okay. Um, Possibly always looking at you, giving you the evil eye. These people are so drained. They are. And it's all stemming, I feel, family, from hate, envy, and jealousy. Like, for real. They don't want you to be able to move about the cabin as you see fit. This is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like spell casting with words. You know what I mean? Not trying to allow you to do whatever it is that you see best for you, because these are very controlling energies. These are the energies that always want to control somebody. These are the energies that stay gossiping at the bottom of the deck and then envy at the top. Okay. These are the energies that stay gossiping because they're envious. Tell me about this negative thoughts. So somebody could have made some false promises here, okay? And I feel like, let's just read it. It says, I will tell you what I think you want to hear, even if I know it isn't true or attainable. Okay. So that could be somebody that you are in conflict with. Okay. I don't feel like they're guilty about doing it because it feels like it's intentional if they lie. If they lie, they're just lying. I mean, that's how I look at that. With these negative thoughts, though, you may have been picking up on energies that were projecting negative thoughts towards you, okay, to cause you to self sabotage, all right. But then with safe space, I mean, it says, I accept and respect you for who you are and ask only for the same in return, okay. Many people don't appreciate that, right? They don't want you to have a safe space or be in a safe space. Just, it's almost like a respect thing, okay? I feel like there are energies out here that feel like you aren't to be respected the way they are to be respected, which is odd and crazy. But that is exactly what these people be doing, okay? They don't want you to have no respect. These, mm, Look, quick disclosure, I do cuss and curse and speak the truth and call our names with gratitude. These motherfuckers right here that are fucking privileged. Like they've always been a privileged breed. That's what I just heard. They have always been this privileged breed. Okay. I promise you, when it comes to anything career wise or anything financially gaining wise or making money wise type energy, they've always been a privileged breed of people. Hmm. Whereas when you concentrate on your career, it feels to me like they concentrating on it just as hard as you concentrating on your career. Spirit, Spirit's like just laugh it off, family, because these people are gonna have a date to reckon with, and it's gonna be a rude one at that. Okay, because the Most High sees all. Angels and ancestors see all. And this is just the same. I heard a repeated cycle. Like these people are just repeating a cycle. Something about some symbols that they're using that were stolen. Okay. It was just a loan. These symbols were a loan to these people. Okay. So the very things that they're using against you, it was stolen. They're on borrowed time. They stole something that did not belong to them. It was a loan. Okay, tell me more. They could be frustrated, okay, because whatever they did or whatever they took, they know it was on borrowed time. They know it was a loan, but they tried to make it be theirs or something like that. They could be frustrated at this time, okay, because they're not working on you or you, yeah, they misunderstood something with that. I feel like what they misunderstood is that, you can't dig one grave without digging the other. Okay. So there could be something here that is backfiring with some things. especially if they're using some sort of symbol that never was originally theirs, or symbols that were never originally theirs. And Spirit is saying this is sage advice. Okay. So I feel like these people have been using some sort of symbols that really don't belong to them. And actually, Spirit is saying that they were loaned these, possibly through some sort of demonistic connection they had. I feel like their time is up for doing this. Whatever symbols they used, it was for some sort of unfriendly gesture. Mm. Possibly even wanting you to be in the energies of lust. Oof, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yeah, towards a future. So they wanted you to be in a lustful energy in the future. Mm. Mm. Tell me more. Mm. So they want you. Listen, damn. This is You know what I just heard? Babylon. Look, and at the bottom of the deck, Spirit is saying that's right. Now, Babylon was nothing positive about it, but Spirit is confirming what I just heard. Like, you may live in a state that is considered Babylon. Damn. Mm, 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 mm. And that makes me feel like there is judgment. Ooh, we, I'm, listen, there are certain states that do certain things or have certain practices, okay? Um, oh, wow, I just heard that. Okay, swinger states, yeah, that's some sort of work. You may live in a state that is a big swinger state. That's the new in thing. Ugh. I'm scared, man. They got these diseases running around, but okay. That's what they practice. This is some sort of work that they do. Yeah, that's how they create all this type of magic. Is through some sort of lustful acts. Oh, Lord have mercy. And Spirit is saying trust. So you may be living in a state that's considered to be Babylon. Or you may be in a state that's considered to be Babylon. And it's a very lustful state. That's where these people feel their strength comes from, is through some sort of work. Now, your work and your creativity is something that the divine has steered you to. Okay, it's trustful work. It's You may be a truth speaker. Okay, and that's where your strength comes from. But for other people, it feels to me like their energy comes from lust, sexual pleasures. Mm. And that's why you don't fit in. Okay, is because you're not on that. You grow organically. Okay, or there's something about your growth that is organic, whereas others' growth is through lust and smex. Your creativity is through sacred power, magic. Okay. And I don't mean like a magic like you whipping up stuff. I mean like the magic within you. It's sacred. Okay. Let's see. Your energy is sacred. Your creativity is sacred. And that's what they fear is the truth that you speak when it comes to these low vibrational energies. Okay. And they have made some sort of deal, okay, in order to strengthen them. They've made a deal, and this deal has been masked or is in some sort of a disguise. Okay, so this could be disguised as something that is, good when actually it is not. And then I heard the Ten Commandments. Okay. Hmm. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, communicate. Okay. So for those of you who are going through a lot of, ups and downs and a lot of trials, tribulations, obstacles, it's because you have not joined some sort of sexual, lustful energies that surround you. And Spirit is saying at the bottom of the deck, believe. Believe in your ability to create sacred space and power within yourself, because you may be living in Babylon, and that is the secret. And trust that they fear your truth. Whew. And then you have intention. So you may be under attack because you are not participating in sexual magic, and people are feeling betrayed by that. hmm You're not participating in sexual magic here. Wow. And that's how they create some sort of teamwork atmosphere. And you called your power back by not participating, showing yourself self love, because that's the key that you hold to your destiny. You may also work with crystals. Okay. Tell me more. Yes, that's where your strength comes from, is, walking the straight and narrow path. And this is offensive to others because they look at you like you feel like you're better than them, but you're just saving yourself for your soulmate, because you know the karma that could come behind, dealing with those that aren't saving themselves for their soulmates. Okay. I can't make it up. Yeah, you're saving yourself for your soulmate, high priestess, high priest. And these energies are mad because they want mm-mm, to play in your sacral chakra. Ain't this nothing? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, because you're a diamond in the rough. And that's what they're pissed and envious about and gossiping about, is because you're not allowing anyone to play in your sacral chakra. Damn. Because they know it's abundant. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. That's what it's boiling down to? Jeez. I almost said, geez Louise. Okay. Somebody here may be Louise. I heard Ella Louise, Ella Marie. This is nuts. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah. And somebody already knows that this isn't really love. They feel like, when participating with these energies, they know it's not love. They feel used and discarded. So why would you get into anything like that? You won't. And then rehearing the past, but it came out in reverse. They wanted you to revisit the past. Okay. I don't know if in the past, you might have been down with all that or just having more free, open smacks. But nevertheless, you ain't down with that now. And that's what the problem is. Yep. These people been living in memories. Okay. Lord have mercy. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Okay, so they want you to return to this sexual energy, but you may have been the curse breaker. Okay, so you just broke this curse. You don't participate like that anymore, and that's a problem for these energies because they want you to return to this Babylon playground. And then you have Demeter here. So you're focusing on growth, okay, and nourishment and change. And that's what they don't want is to change. Yeah, Celine, power to give, okay, rest and light to the night. I feel like, yeah, you there's dark times here, and that's why Archangel Michael's here because they know the times. Like Archangel Michael knows that they are trying to reverse something or bring back the times of Babylon. And you may be living somewhere where that is what is practiced. Or you could be in an environment where that is what is practiced. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. And that would be, their wish would be for you to join them in this type of energy. That's fucking crazy. Ain't nobody got time. Mm-mm. Okay, family. So that is the message. Only take what resonates and leave what does not. But you could be in a very toxic environment where their practices are based off of Babylon. And that's why you don't fit in because you ain't trying to do all that. So you would be the oddball or in their eyes, right? You would be the oddball and you're really not. You just ain't trying to give up your sacral chakra. And they are upset about that. Damn. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. We all right, family. So I'm gonna leave this message here. Uh, hopefully it provides you with some clarity. Okay, let's close out. At this time, Divine, I ask that you continue to keep us with love, harmony, tranquility, prosperity, peace, protection, and respect, and good health and good wealth in our lives and all the time. Ashe, and thank you. And until next time, you know what I love to say. Namaste.